doing here? Hey, oh,
Hey.
I'm live. Hey, oh, what are you doing here? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Oddballs. It is a new year, and the story continues. New year, same cast, new mustache, new hat, new office.
Wow. Whoa.
And
Yikes. That mustache hit me like a sack of bricks. I looked up and I was like, who is that? Who's that man?
Hello.
It's the guy who fought Tom Cruise in the most recent look at him. He looks great. Ken,
You got
fabulous.
You got a Burt Reynolds thing going, and I love it. I
know.
am living for it, girl.
I'm brainwashed by how beautiful it is. Very few people can get away with a mustache. Elspeth has tried. She showed up one day and was like, "How do you feel about this?" And I was like, "It's good, but it's no Ken."
Yeah.
No, you guys mustache shamed her, and that is not cool.
Yeah. Listen. No, you're right.
Not cool.
No, you're right. That's right.
I can't do a mustache. It's terrible.
I had a. Oh my God, Ken! You look like the dad from Inside Out.
Well, Bob's Burgers. Can I pull that off?
I guess you got a Bob thing going. Yeah, look up Dad from Inside Out. That's what you look like.
All right,
He does. I saw that movie very stoned.
Oh wow, nice.
Side note.
Jesus, it is me.
Right? Damn.
It is incredible to have all of you back.
Yeah,
you all look amazing. You all look so healthy and not at all being eaten alive from the inside by a brain bug. I'm sorry, I'm sick today. And apparently I have amoebas in my brain now as well, so that's cool. Wow. Today we need to start with something important. Last time, before we begin, something incredible happened before we wrapped up for the holiday.
We got out of the fucking world.
No. This is more important than this stupid show. Last time, Morgan introduced us to Lacroix cola flavor.
Uh-oh.
And I decided I needed to try it. I needed to figure out what it tasted like. So I ordered a case on Amazon.com. You can do that.
So if you hate it, you're in.
And I can't. How do I describe the flavor? So I got it. I popped it open, and the smell. I was like, "Oh my God! It smells like a soda, like any type of soda you can imagine. It smells like it, like a Coke or something." I was like, "Oh." Poured it into a cup because I'm not one of those drink from the can fools. Poured it into the cup. I take a little I
am.
And the flavor. Yeah. Let's see if I can describe this to you. Imagine Coke.
Okay.
Without the coloring.
Right.
Without the sugar.
Okay.
Oh, no.
With half the carbonation and no caffeine and absolutely no fun whatsoever, but for some reason still has a hint of soda flavor. That is exactly what it's crazy. It's not good. It is extremely not good.
It's amazing.
But
it's so good.
It tastes like something it tastes like they put Coke through like a water filter and it sucked out all the joy and all that was left was like a little bit of flavoring and then water. It's crazy.
That's Lacroix though.
Yeah.
You're right, but it's crazy.
My favorite description of Lacroix is somebody mixed the lemon and lime Lacroix together and drank it, and their review was, "It tastes like somebody whispered Sprite in the room next to you." It's like, yeah, wow, that's pretty apt. Yeah,
can we get a sponsorship? Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
I was such a dummy. I was gonna bring some. You know what? Next, here's today. After this is done, I'm gonna need all of you to send me, except for Morgan, because you already have it. I mean, everyone else send me their address, and I'm just gonna send you Lacroix. I'm just gonna send you. So next week we can have a conversation about this because I need to know that I'm not the only one who's crazy.
Well,
because
Jesse, I'm 20 feet away from you. Just bring it into the office.
Slow down, Poindexter. What if instead I just mail it to you? Okay, I don't want to
to the office
talk
upstairs
with you.
Okay, right.
Interact with you.
No, I don't blame you at all for that.
It was
Okay.
it's certainly a flavor. I say that I hate it, yet I drank almost every can from the pack. So, but that's like most LaCroix. LaCroix that I've had before, like the coconut and the mango and all the different LaCroix, I hate them. Here I am just drinking it. Like, oh yeah, this is terrible, but I gotta have more. It's
You're like, I'm gonna drink it, but I'm not gonna like it.
I
that's
really
exactly the
enjoy it.
experience.
I feel like it's just the right amount of when you're craving a soda. I feel like it's I don't know. It kind of curbs the addiction for me. But then again, I'm not like that big of a pop drinker, so maybe I shouldn't be in this conversation.
Wow.
Pop.
I like that. That was awesome.
There's something I haven't heard in a long time.
No, I've had to train myself. You know what? Don't let them shame you, Elspeth. Don't let them do it. I had to train myself moving to this side of the country to say soda because I always said pop too, and everyone was like, "What the hell's that? How dare you? How dare you shame me? How dare you shame me?"
Pop all the time.
I said it growing up too.
Listen. Where I come from, it's a Coke. You want a Coke?
Yeah, everyone calls it a
What kind
Coke.
of Coke do you want? A Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi.
Okay, we got you.
Yeah.
You go play video games? You go play Nintendo? All right, put in Sonic the Hedgehog.
So true.
Yeah, it's very true.
Oh my goodness. Also, before we start, just so everyone's aware and you're watching right now, the Yeti, TheYetee.com/collections/roleplay/products/oddballs. Pre-order that shirt right now.
Ooh, I
20
really
bucks.
want
Best shirt you will ever get.
That design
Best
is
shirt.
so sick. It's so
It is
cool.
awesome.
All right. Enough of all that. Let's jump back into this. I'm so happy to see you all. I love you all to death. You look, this is, I'm going to say it, the most talented, the most beautiful, the most
Absolutely.
energetic, and I'm going to
Absolutely.
say also the most suspicious cast in all of role-playing across the internet.
I don't trust you at all.
All right.
They're all hiding something. I don't know what, but they're all hiding something. We're back. And now that Octo is in black and white, it's a little more suspicious. A little bit more.
Just a little.
All right. Let's do this stuff. Last time, those who don't remember, you ended up leaving the portal. You were running out of time and you backed out, only to discover that you were barely in there all that long. For as possibly days that you spent inside, on the outside, mere hours had passed. And it is still a nice sunny day outside in the real world. And even though things happened and crazy stuff went down inside the portal, you possibly met Fern's brother. You met a guy named Wang, I believe, who was Philip. Philip was the guy you met who was like, he lost his arm. He was crazy obsessed with Fern. And then you also met John, who is a dude who's been assigned to watch over the school inside of the weird portal world.
What was his name?
John?
John.
What was his name? Yeah, you met John. And you met Philip. And you learned about the fact that there was the characters you know that exist in this world are John, Wang, Philip, Frank, Freddy, and then the girl, whoever the girl is. And you also learned about the 6 locations spread throughout this portal world, in which each controls some form of a gas/mist, and you're not really sure exactly why they're doing it, but each of them contains the 5 senses, plus another one that made stuff look like a mist, like a creepy mist. You shut down the mist, you shut down the one that made things taste good, or bad, you don't really know, but it made all the food you eat taste terrible, like just plain stuff. Candy bars tasted just like protein. There was a sound, smell, touch, and sight that were still unexplored. And you learned that this world, whatever it is literally a floating continent of your hometown. And you still don't know why that is the case as well. Some of the questions that you were trying to ask is, what was Frank making? What was he working on? Why is the town floating? Do the Alisters know anything about this outworld? Is Frank and Alistair? And are the fogs for the monsters? Or are they for us? And
There's
you know,
one
who's
more
the boss?
question.
Yeah, so many questions.
And
And then
Jezebel puppies.
Yeah.
yes, at the very, very end,
yeah.
Jezebel at the beginning had run off, and you had let her go. And at the very, very end, you discovered that Jezebel was with another creature, one of the monster creatures, and there were many puppies of this creature. And Jezebel was taking care of them, and you decided to let Jezebel go with these creatures back out into the wild. And the four of you returned through the portal, shut it down, and you decided to go back to, I believe, the hole. I think was your plan. Your reality hole.
Jezebel
And-
actually
Yeah.
came with us.
Yeah.
Jezebel came
Did
with us.
she?
She
Yes.
was. She didn't go back out. Like I was like, hey, you can do this if you want. And she was like, no, I'll stay with you. Remember? Just remember
I
at the
do.
end?
Okay. Yes.
I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Morgan
I was
remembers.
looking over my notes, so clearly I
remember.
was wrong.
It is
yeah.
true, Jesse. It is true.
Thanks, Ken.
Confirmed.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll change that. So, that's right. Ha ha. Okay. Jezebel did not come back with you because at the very, very end, you discovered when you went to the portal. I'm sorry, you went to the hole that was in the alternate reality. When you went down there, you discovered that there were other portals. And in those other portals, you realized that scientists from whenever were bringing materials and boxes of stuff through to this alternate reality. And you discovered that they had been coming and going freely, and that Alistair, a young Alistair on the other side, and a bunch of other officials began to chase you through this thing. And it was Jezebel who stopped them by jumping through the portal and attacking some of them. So Jezebel is lost to time, if I remember correctly. That's why I said Jezebel is gone. So then you managed to escape, come back through on your side. And that is what has happened so far.
I killed a guy.
You did kill a man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Split a man in half.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Cut a man in half. He destroyed him through the portal.
Got him.
And
God.
yeah, he did. It was pretty metal how he died. He got cut in half. Half of him was left behind in the past, and half of him is with you. And so
But
you
all
managed
of
to
him
escape.
forever in your mind.
Yeah, you jump back through. You're currently in your own timeline, and as you were going to go back to, I believe you're gonna go try and find Alistair, or you were gonna go to the hole in the ground. I can't remember which of the two you were gonna do, but
Didn't-
the originals spotted you as you were off on your adventure, and that's sort of where we left
all
off.
the time. Jerks.
I
Yeah,
know.
they're
Do they have
obsessed
any
with you guys.
hobbies?
Nope, just being obsessed with you. They are
Yeah.
clearly obsessed. They have a magic shoe, apparently, and they are trying to figure out what the four of you are up to, because it's weird that the four of you who have not until this summer ever hung out are now like besties. And they are super interested in what you're up to, because it's very weird that the Samantha Page would be hanging out with Clarence Bergman or some like little dirty girl named Fern and toxic youth Eddie Hill. So to them, it's very weird. It's very weird.
Oh, that's a
Burns
good
does
name
that
for my
shotgun.
band. Toxic.
Toxic youth.
Toxic Youth.
Yeah.
Toxic youth.
Got to be a band. It has to be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So here's my question. This is out of character, obviously, but like, didn't all the Alistairs, weren't they like, oh, never mind, this timeline's totally fucked. Never mind, we're out of here. Like, did they sort of
The last time
resign
you-
this timeline?
The last time you saw the Alistairs, they warned you about messing with the orbs too much. But the one thing that I think you have deduced so far, I believe, is that the rings, no matter what, protect them in some weird way. And so as long as they have rings on, they're like, they can remember the past, they can remember who they are, and there's, for some reason, there are multiple Alistairs, and all of them have rings, except for Clarence, who has one of the rings that belongs to old Alistair. The only Alistair who doesn't have a ring right now is old Alistair, and Clarence has his. You also have a bunch of items you've collected from old Alistair that are sitting in your safe house area. And you also have a few different things like a magic. I'm going to say magic, but we don't know what it does. A magic card that Eddie has taken from Alistair. You have a book that Clarence stole earlier from Alistair. There's a bunch of things that you guys have that have not had very much use yet, but it's quite possible that in the future they will.
Yeah, because we.
You also have a lot of weapons now.
That's
You know,
true. Yeah, we have
before
like a
you
real ass
before
gun.
you
Let
you're
them
just more
come.
kids. Yeah, now you have actual guns. You have guns now, so that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, this time when we begin our journey, is there anything you want to do before we start? I'm going to give you this chance to like take a moment, take stock of what we have and what we haven't done, and sort of what you guys are looking for. Because last time you ventured off as like we need some answers, we need to talk to some people. But the question is, where do you go first? What do you want to do first? And I feel like it's something that the four of you should try to figure out together. Like, what is your objective here? Now that you're back in reality, and we can probably switch maps, JP, to I think the players see it's called just Untitled. Boy, I'm terrible at this. It's the very last one. And it's down at the bottom. There's an F on the screen, and that's where Fern's house is. And that's like you guys way up there, and there's the forest. And on the other side is the school. And so yeah, you guys right now are just like chilling out. You can go through the forest, you can go to Fern's house, you can do whatever you want. But what are your objectives right now? What are you trying to learn or do based on the things you've seen?
Where were we?
In order to
Where
solve
were we
this
trying to go
mystery,
last
what do you want to do?
Were we
Danny
trying
doesn't
to go
have
back
any
to the hole for some
conditions.
reason?
Well, last time what happened was you were trying to go back to the hole because of the experience you had with the hole when you saw that there was like portals opening up, and I don't remember if it was Fern or something. Someone was like, we should go back to the hole because they could still be operating out of that hole or something along those lines. Because you weren't really sure what the timeline was for the hole that you saw in the portal world. And I'm gonna blow my nose right now.
I was just thinking I was like, if I need to sneeze, I guess I could try to mute.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
tissues are
Nope.
horrible, though. They have a panda face.
We probably don't need to be
Uh,
walking around with all of our weapons then, right? We should probably leave some stuff back inside of our secret area. So we
Secret
don't-
area.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
Fern's
want him
not
to be
leaving her
confiscated.
shotgun. She's
You're not leaving
keeping
it?
the shotgun.
Take the shotgun.
Great.
Yeah.
Take the shotgun.
this 13-year-old
Okay.
walking around with a shotgun.
Hey,
Like a
she knows how to
real
use it, dude.
This is America.
I'm
Can
not
we-
saying she don't. I'm just saying.
Fern
Can we
has a
disguise it
shotgun.
somehow?
No, it is not a sawed off. This is a like shotgun. Fern is short. This is a shotgun. It is half her body size. This is one of those things where it's gonna be strapped to her back, and she's gonna look like a badass, but like it's a little kid with a shotgun, so probably everyone's gonna notice. But sure, Fern has a shotgun.
Fine, dude.
Can we wrap it in fabric or something like that? So it just looks like she has a stick on her back. Just a stick.
If you want to.
Oh,
My
yeah.
Little girl with a stick.
A walking
Sure, what
stick
kind
that I don't use to walk.
It's not
can
cane. You
each
get on
of
the
you-
ground, it goes off.
Just shoot straight up in the air. Let's see. What
Oh,
do
yeah,
you
okay,
really
I,
wanna do?
Can you guys each roll for me? Just this is gonna be trying to figure out what kind of fabric Fern would have here. Can you each roll for me a let's say just a straight heart roll.
No.
And whoever has the highest, that's the number I'll use to roll. 1. Great. Okay, 1. So I'm not even gonna really roll here. Uh-oh. Gotta wait for Elspeth.
Oh.
Let's
See,
see
aren't
what-
you glad you waited for me?
Yeah, okay. I'm so happy I waited. All right. Well,
I'm particularly heartfelt today.
I'll do 2 just because I feel bad for you guys, and it's one of these two fabrics. Never mind, it's a one. One's across the table. So this is the fabric that you have available on hand. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. In this thing. This is terrible.
Potato sack.
So this is the fabric. It says uploading. There you go. That's the fabric you have on hand.
Ooh.
That
That's
you
lovely.
sort of wrap around this thing. I don't know what it looks like to everyone else, but that's what you find in your grandmother's home.
Yay.
And you wrap that around this shotgun and you still have it over your back. So there's like a strap on you and then this beautiful sort of weave fabric behind you. And it doesn't really look like, yeah, it doesn't look like anything anyone has ever seen before. It's very bizarre, but yeah, that is
My
now
security
part of this.
blanket. I need it when I get scared.
Talk about a security blanket.
All right. So you have a shotgun. What else are you going to take with you? Shotgun covered in beautiful fabric.
Gauze. I feel like that was
Yeah.
very helpful before for
Yeah.
when we were
Oh.
getting injuries.
Like the first aid supplies and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
a
Well,
good
let's
idea.
say who's going to carry the
Band-Aids.
first aid supplies? If
Lots
Fern has
of
a
Band-Aids.
shotgun, who's carrying the first aid?
I'll carry the first aid.
Sam with the first
'Cause
aid.
I can't fight for shit.
What else would you like to take?
Can
Maybe
I
the
take my
card?
Can I take my holy mace?
Eddie has the card no matter what.
Okay. Cool.
That's just
Yeah.
it's in his pocket.
Yeah,
As we
had the
remember,
card since we found it in the river.
yeah, the card is literally just a black card. It doesn't have like even a swipey side to it. It's just a black card. We don't know what it's used for.
Yeah.
It may have a purpose.
You should take your mace for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Holy Avenger.
Eddie's gonna-
it's coming with. Yeah.
All right,
about the
the
balls?
Avenger mace. Is
I like
coming with
that. I was
him.
over here thinking like, well, maybe we should like leave this important stuff behind in case we need it, so we don't lose it out here. And the originals take it to the cops. We're just like, we're going out. So it messes with us. They're done.
Sure.
They ain't taking shit.
And then
about the balls, though?
I'm sorry.
What about the balls?
I think we got
You
think we
decided
should
last
stay.
time to leave the balls inside,
You
but
did? Okay.
that's you can change that choice. I'm giving you the option this time since it's been a few weeks that we can like decide how we're going to approach this. If you want to bring them with you, that's fine.
think we
But you
should
can
leave
leave them
them,
in your safe.
Yeah, I think leaving them because like what does it get us from taking them with? It doesn't really
Right.
add much.
Just adds the chance for them to get stolen.
Yeah.
Needles.
Fucking
And Clarence,
needles, man.
what are you going to take with you? What's the thing that Clarence is going to bring?
Did we have some rope anywhere around here?
Didn't we have rope?
Let me go back to your list of things. Your original packs that you have with you. Sam had a ton of shells for the shotgun, 1 needle, bandages, cane, scissors, and alcohol. Clarence had the tranquilizer vials, 3 prepared needles, duct tape, a jug of water half full, a lock and key. Eddie had a razor blade pipe that he blessed with holy water.
Mhm.
He had candy, a bag full of candy, and then 1 tranquilizer he was given. And then Fern had a shotgun, gauze, cotton balls, knife, and 2 tranquilizers. No, there's no rope.
Well, if we're going back to the cave, there's like a cave-in issue that we had down there that we couldn't get through or something. Or did we get through it?
Well,
No.
the cave-in was it is what crushed your bodies.
Yeah.
The cave-in's what
Yeah.
killed you, and there's a bunch of dead versions of you down there. But you crawled up on that cave-in, up through a hole into a bush. So that's how you can get out. There are 2 ways in and out now. There's one that's in
Okay.
a bush that you can slide down the cave-in or climb back up the cave-in, and then there's the big hole that you can fall down into the main area.
Well, if the shovel that we brought originally when we went down there to help us dig around is still around, I'd just bring that. I'd leave everything else that I have.
Sure.
I don't think I need to be walking around with like a syringe. For drugs.
Clarence has shovel.
We have
Oh.
a machete. We should bring the machete.
You want to
Should we
bring?
bring them a
Going to war.
Yeah. If you
Okay,
wanna bring
maybe
that with
not.
your first
We
aid,
are bringing a shotgun.
Yeah.
Do we have any shells?
We
in
might
this
not want
area?
to reveal the
Maybe-
shotgun immediately.
Maybe a knife would be really handy for situations. I mean, like a
Yeah.
pocket knife or something.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that is a smaller weapon or like something that can cut?
You, Fern, have a knife on you. You have a pocket
I
knife on
do.
you.
Maybe you should grab a
Oh.
couple of shotgun shells and put them in your pocket, just in case.
Sure. Let's
As
do.
ammo.
So Fern has the shotgun and a knife,
I have a knife. I
and
didn't
Sam
know.
has the first aid kit. And we'll just throw some shells in with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Bring it on,
All right.
Kill
team.
the originals.
Yeah.
Go fuck 'em
Yeah.
up.
So, what's your plan? Are you going to walk towards this the original hole that you found way back when?
I think that was the plan last time. Like we wanted to go see
Right.
if anything was different or if the actual lab that we saw was down there or any remnants of a lab.
And then
Because we don't
Okay.
know where Alistair is. Like, we don't have any clues to
Yeah.
that.
we're supposed to go back
No,
and
you
meet
don't know
them
a thing.
somewhere, aren't we?
What'd you
At
say?
Sorry?
some time? Are we supposed to go back and meet them, the Alistairs, at some
Yes. They basically said like one of them said go ahead and do that portal thing, and the other ones were like, I don't know if you should go look into this. Basically, they're trying to get you to see the truth, and the truth was like, hey, go down to that cave. Remember, they were like, go down that cave if you really want to know what's going on, and that's where you
They're all
found your
dead.
dead
Yeah,
bodies
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
That was fun.
And then,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great time.
then I think
Yep.
they said come back and at that same point or that same place tomorrow or whatever with the balls or something. I don't remember.
It's very possible, but it isn't tomorrow yet. It's still the same. It's still the exact same day.
Okay.
Time
Okay. Cool.
was vastly distorted when you were inside that place.
Right. Let's go,
So-
guys.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay.
The four of you begin to march back out into the woods, and as we said last time, in the distance, hiding in the woods, are four figures in yellow shirts with little Batman logos from the 90s Batman movies, and they are staring at you as you walk through. And as the camera pans down, in one of their hands is a shoe, a Converse shoe, and the four of them watch you as you go through, and but they don't do anything. It's just sort of like a camera shot of them watching you. Now, as the four of you are going through, what are you thinking about? What are your thoughts on what's happened to you so far? What are you trying to achieve by going back to this hole?
I don't know. I'm worried that it's just going to be the same thing that was there before.
Yeah.
Like,
We-
we've been
Fern
down
is
there.
kind of like she's got tunnel vision at the moment where she's very like, is that the word? Is that the phrase where she's like she's thinking of one thing. So she's like going she's looking for Jezebel essentially. So she really wants to see if there's some hint of her dog. She's really upset that she doesn't want to show it. She's very upset that she lost her dog.
Yeah.
So
think-
not only does she want to find out if there's anything that's different in this hole, but she wants to see if Jezebel was
Aw,
possibly here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
last time
We
we
should bring
went, it
dog
was just
treats.
like we found ourselves, we found where like Fern was in the back, and then we had like the flashbacks where we could see more, but we couldn't see all that from where we were. Like it was all caved in or something. And I think the idea was we're going to go back and just dig around and try to see if there's any more clues down there, any of those other rooms or anything. I
Yeah.
think.
If you recall, this version of the hole is all dirt. There was the center room where there were a bunch of dead bodies where the two orbs
Yeah.
were, but it was mostly dirt. And you did do some like digging around, and you discovered that it's quite possible it's just a dirtier, more caved in, awful version of the one you've seen in the past, but you
Mhm.
haven't actually like really shoveled your way through stuff to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. All them body rolls.
Shovel.
Well, we're just
Ah, Lord.
All right, so
Okay,
the
so
four
You
of
and I
you-
can supervise.
Yeah.
yeah, the four of you make your way to the hole, but as you recalled, there is a path that you've created in a bush that leads sort of down into the back area where the balls were. So you can either go down the main hole or you can slide down this side path into the cave itself if you'd like.
the side path. Probably safer.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It definitely is safer. It's much safer. The four of you slide down this
Although-
side path.
Metagaming the
you-
originals will probably see us do that, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we know how to get in here." Now,
Yeah, the four of you slide down the path into the hole, and what you see when you get down is again a very dark area. It is a cave that, even though there's light shining through, you can maybe see 5 feet in front of you, but you experience enough of this room, you kind of know what to expect. It is a big slope of dirt coming down. into a wide open area, and in the very, very middle are a bunch of skeletons all around a circular area where the balls originally were. And then, of course, because we have to, Clarence slides down and his foot scrapes against a dead body that is a dead Eddie Hill, the skeletal remains of a dead Eddie Hill. And just as a quick reminder that underneath all this pile of dirt are a bunch of dead versions of you.
I thought he was about
What
to
would
make
you
me
like
roll.
to do?
I thought I was gonna make you roll too.
Yeah.
No rolls. No rolls. You're still fine. You've
all
come
melded
to
into one
accept
by
that
now,
you're
right?
dead. You've come to accept that you were dead.
Right.
Did I pass by the corpse of myself?
I mean, you know it's there.
I know it's there. Can I move his hands into the kind of like so that's he'll eternally be
Yeah.
resting?
That's probably how he died anyway. He just, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
you
so
can.
metal.
Yeah.
Eddie,
Rest in
you go
peace.
over and do
Rest-
what? Explain to me how you do this.
Okay, so like he's got like skeleton hands, right?
Yeah.
So I move the bones so that they're like resting like this instead of I'm sure they were splayed out. Unless I died like this, I don't know. Maybe knowing this character.
Eddie, will you roll for me a
Oh, no.
this is going to be
Joke. I didn't expect to actually do it.
this is going to be a just a body roll. Will you roll for me body? And see how
Nah.
Yeah, no. So you're very clumsy when you do this, and you sort of like throw up the horns with this skeleton, but you're so clumsy that the dirt falls away and like a worm is crawling through your dead version's eye socket and like out the nose and stuff, and it's really creepy looking. How do you respond to that?
Oh, looks like. Wait, has Jason Goes to Hell come out yet? Because that sounds like
No.
the cover to Jason
No,
Goes to
not by
Hell.
92.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Oh, yo, this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is how I
it's
want to
super
go.
cool.
I died how I
Yeah.
wanted to go. I died how I wanted to die. In a cave with a worm eating my brain.
Yeah, there's just a worm like oozing out of the nose and into the eye socket. It's very, very gross. But Eddie seems to love it.
That's great, buddy.
Uh,
That's great. It's great, buddy. Yeah.
Must have
The
used
four
some
of
of
you
those
down
nasal
the
sprays.
hole now.
Yeah. I think he used too much nasal spray. He used an Eddie pot with tap water. Don't do that. That's what happens. That is what happens.
Apparently,
You
I will
monsters.
trust your expertise.
So the four of you are now in the hole. What are you gonna do?
So we don't have a light source. Did we didn't bring it? Flashlight.
Yeah,
You
you didn't
didn't
bring a
have a
light source
lighter?
with you. You have the
I have a
lighter. You have
lighter.
Sam's lighter that's always on her.
Light it up.
So I'll have
I
to
mean,
do-
whatever. I don't like fire. It's cool.
So we want to crawl over and go back into the other area, right?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just to refresh your memory of what it is. Let me see if I can design this for you. We'll go to a new tab, and we will sort of give you the once over on this bad boy. So, if you recall, you have this sort of in this reality, it is a circle, and then there's sort of like the cave in here, and a path that leads up to the bushes, and then there is a long pathway, and then a big open area here that's where you came down in. And in the very center is where the two balls were, like there, and then around it is where like a bunch of I'm gonna make lines because that is easier than trying to draw skeletons.
Where are you
Or
drawing
like-
this at? So we can see it.
Yeah.
Uh
I don't see it.
JP, if you can switch over to I'm gonna see if I can do the players thing so you guys can see it. Boop. You see it now?
Yeah.
You can see this is where all the skeletons are. And then there's one
What are you
skeleton
drawing,
here.
Jesse?
Just let me have this. And then there's one
Okay.
skeleton here, and this is the skeleton where you found the shoe. And then y'all
Hang on.
children, y'all children. And the skeleton there. And then so this is the way this looks right now. This is currently the way it looks. And then let me see if I can do this. This is the bush
You guys in
that's
chat
up
will be
top.
able to see it whenever JP gets back around.
So this is on the bush on the surface that is part of like the secret path in order to getting you down.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'll
I
just
feel like
make
I
it
should go
look
back
like
and get a
that.
flashlight, but I feel like the original is going to kidnap me if I go back and get the flashlight.
Well, the good news is that this, I mean, you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for. You have a lighter. You can go back and try to get the flashlight, but for the most part, there is sun coming down through here and sun coming in through here as well.
Okay.
So
good enough.
it's not totally as dark as it was before.
Okay. Cool. So we're in the
Where's that
we're in the
portal?
sphincter area right now.
Yeah, right now you're in that big circle with all of the skeletons and all the dead bodies. This is a place you've been in one of the craziest, like, you've been here many times. You've seen these dead bodies a lot. You're actually kind of used to it. In fact, after all of your experiences in the other world, this kind of doesn't phase you right now. None of this phases you. You've seen the edge of reality. You have fought beasts. You have literally killed a man, Clarence. None of the dead bodies before you, they're just skeletons. They aren't even like gross dead bodies. They're just like bone white skeletons in weird cargo pants and janitorial outfits. They are. Fern has literally possibly seen a reflection of herself. Sam has like been almost eaten by like a subway, or not subway, a sewer system. Eddie has literally almost bled to death fighting a pterodactyl.
Multiple times.
None of this phases you. What you're seeing now, this summer you have grown. This does not scare you at all. Clarence, there's nothing about this that frightens you. This is, you literally have seen your dead bodies.
Clarence.
You know that you have died at least 6 times. Clarence has 6 personalities inside of his head. This does not scare you. This is just like, okay, what do we got to do? What do we got to do down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the other tunnel or the other cave we were in, it was just like a straight shot. I think we like came down and we just like went straight all the way up to where like the portal room was. I think. So if we're going to dig in the direction, it just should be like straight across, right?
So let me also, JP, if you can switch to the other screen, let me also draw you the other portal room so that you have an idea of what it looked like. Actually, I think we have that on here. That's the tunnel. That's the sewer system. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find this. Yeah, okay. So if you go to the alternate reality page, I'll put that up now. You can see on the side there that's what the portal room looked like when it wasn't or in the alternate reality. So there's many paths. It was filled with all sorts of boxes and different things. So that is 100%. It's much bigger, much wider. There's much more going on in this portal room than what you have access to right now. So there is a lot of ways to go for you guys to explore.
I don't know if
and then I'll switch it back over to the other one.
Will we be able to tell like where we are in comparison to the other one if it is mirrored? Are we in the box room?
You can dig around. You did bring a shovel.
Yeah. Who wants to dig?
Yeah.
Probably not to dig. That's probably true. But someone can dig.
On me.
Okay. Eddie, where do you want to dig? Or do you guys want to talk about where you want to dig right now?
If it helps with the rolls, I want to try to try over here to help us. Maybe there's a pathway over here or something. Use the knowledge of the map, I guess, to try to direct.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Can you guys, let's see. Can you all roll for me? Or you don't all have to, but those of you who want to, will you roll for me your comprehend roll? Mind comprehend so we can see if you guys remember what you experienced. Whoa! Yeah, no, you definitely do. Ken, Morgan, the two of you, Samantha and Clarence, you both 100% remember like everything. Samantha remembers outlines, but Clarence knows fine detail about where things were and exactly where certain stuff was. And based on whatever mathematical formula that flew across his head, Clarence sort of figures out that the items that you saw, the big boxes and things, this room you're probably in is not that room. So this is
interesting.
probably the room where the portal was,
Yeah.
not the room where the storage was, which,
This is-
according to your knowledge, would mean the big hole behind you that you fell into, that's where the storage facility was in the previous version that you saw.
We could dig in the center where the balls were. See if there's anything
Sure.
there. You could also kind of look at the bodies and see if there's a ring or anything in there.
So
Yes.
so we're in the room where the portal was, more than likely. Then it goes back, and then that's all like the 4 branch, like the 2 on each
With
side.
a, with
branch
a
off.
with a two
Yeah.
with the two, Ken, it's definitely more than likely. You 100% know that this is the room where the portal was.
Gotcha.
It all lines up to your memory, and the room behind you is where all the boxes were that you guys were hiding behind and you were trying to escape from, and that's where they were bringing things into the facility, which to you means there's actually probably more stuff this way, and this way right here. You don't really know what you'd find out like this, right? Like this
Yeah.
way or this way, but you do know that there are other paths branching this way and this way, because this room had like 6 paths branching off of it, and you don't know anything about this room other than this is where the portal was, and there's
Right.
definitely a path going back further the other way.
Well,
So you 100% like have it all figured out in your head. You just don't know where to start. But I guess
Yeah.
it's up to you.
we're kind of already in the room we wanted to be in to begin with, so now I guess we just gotta go further. Maybe. Do you guys want to do that? Which way do you guys want to go?
I'm following you, Clarence. I don't remember none of this.
Yeah.
I got a shovel.
Shovel and a shotgun. We're set. We just need you to guide the way.
Let's go. We don't know anything about the other paths. Let's maybe go the deeper, like the first arrow you drew. Which way am I pointing?
So you want to go? You can actually ping it on the map if you hold down. Yeah, you mean like here?
There.
Yeah. All right. Sure. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay. You guys can exit back through and go to the main area and dig behind you. Is that what you want to
Oh,
do?
is that the main area?
Well, it's the
Okay,
main area
I
you
was
fell
reversed.
in.
My bad. I was confused. So here is where the portal was, and here was
Yes.
where the boxes were. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yes.
So that would be
absolutely.
like, this way's like the exit, like we took the elevator up or whatever.
Absolutely exactly what that is.
Mm.
Okay. Cool. Well, then yeah, probably one of these then, I guess. Because these over
Yeah.
here, this is the storage area. Yeah. Let's just try
We have to start
that
somewhere.
one.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
All right, let's go.
So yeah, the group of you begin to dig. Who is going to take the forefront? Who's going to lead the digging charge?
I guess I'll do it. That's all I'm good at.
Sure, give
Yay.
me a force body if you would.
Cool.
Oof.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
It begins.
Uh,
That's a really tough one to miss. There you go. All right,
Yeah.
much better. So
Ooh,
yeah,
damn.
you at first you strike into the dirt and you hear like a gong. And you're like, all right, well that must be a wall. So you pull back, and then how do you do this? How do you hit the sweet spot? What is your like method for really nailing it?
I cover my eyes, and I just let the shovel take its course, and I just go right in.
Okay. Yeah. And you hear like a, and then you push and it goes a little bit further and further, and you realize it's mostly dirt. And then when you pull back, you pull back really hard, and then a bunch of it sort of just cascades down, and the top of what appears to be a path reveals itself, but it's definitely caved in and filled with dirt.
Oh, like the whole thing is filled with earth the whole way.
You don't know, but this part
Okay.
right here is definitely, as you pull it away, you can see the top of like the beginning of a hallway, but it's definitely, there's a lot of dirt between you and like being able to walk
Yeah.
through.
I'd say while he's digging, I'm gonna do a good skeleton search.
Okay, sure. What skeletons are you looking at?
Kind of all of them. I'm looking for any rings, any information on the clothes, names on the clothing, just anything that's not just a skeleton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Give me so you want to start in the room you're currently in, the room with the balls?
Yes.
like this one right here.
Yeah, I don't want to leave everybody. I just want to.
Sure.
I can't really help dig, so I might as well do something.
Now that
Yeah,
we're used to
give me-
corpses.
Give me,
Yeah, right.
yeah, it doesn't phase you at all. So yeah, give me a investigate roll.
And while she's doing that, that's a good idea. Like the Clarence skeletons, can I look and see if any of them happen to have a ring zone? I don't remember if I did this last time.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Sure. Yeah. You can look through and see what's there for all these. But you need to give me a roll as well. Morgan, yes. Samantha 100% succeeds in being able to look through everything. And you can tell me in a minute what exactly you're looking for, or if anything, if you're trying to figure out. Clarence, you got a 0. You can re-roll if you want to.
I'll hang on to the luck points.
All right.
For now.
So, Sam, you begin to dig through all of these uniformed, again, very much like janitorial or just like the basic uniform of a worker in a facility of this type. One thing you notice, none of them seem to be in any science labs. They all seem to be very low-level employees of the experiences you've had with this group of whoever they are. You've noticed there's been dudes in science labs. There's been dudes in like very nice suits. There's been all sorts of different people there. But all of the bodies you see here are all of the basic worker uniform attire. They are all in the exact same shoe. It is this very nice Converse, although now it's completely destroyed over time. And most of them are bone white skeletons. There are a few that the skeletons are sort of bleached, or not bleached, I guess, stained in like a yellowish tint. But most of them are just like completely. They've been there so long that all whatever flesh or whatever was left is gone.
And there's nothing in pockets or anything?
As you look through the pockets, can you tell me what you're looking for? Because mostly what you're discovering is that it's just like lint or dirt itself, or like you dig through one pocket and like a bunch of like worms come out. There's nothing really that you can find in the pockets that are useful to you at this time.
I was just looking for like key cards or anything like that.
They're not all like the same shoe size or anything, are they? These aren't the same body over and over again, is it?
No, they are definitely not the same shoe size. Whatever this is, it appears that this is, to you at least, one thing you do notice is that all of the bodies, strangely enough, appear to be at least in the action, or had been in the action, of going towards the place where the two orbs were. As far as you can tell from looking over the bodies, some of them appear to even be reaching for it. Many of them are like cowering. One body appears to be like crouching down, looking like he was almost cowering before like time made him fall over. There is many different positions, but none of them are running away or trying to get away from this. It almost looks like everyone's trying to go towards these two balls that were there. And you sort of notice that it almost looks like they wanted to get to the balls. But again, it's very hard to tell because they're just dead.
It could have been a portal.
I want to call Clarence over to talk about the stained corpses, like to see if he has any ideas, or just talk about like why they look different, or see if they're in a different position.
Yeah, Clarence. Before you go over, would you give me a comprehend roll? So when she asks you can see if you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you know exactly why they would be stained.
Hey, I can write rolls. Yes.
Why do you think they're stained, Clarence? Give me some thoughts. I'm not even going to answer this for you. Why do you think they're stained?
Some of them are differently and stained.
Many of them are most of them are just through time bleached white, just through time and just life. But several of them are stained this yellow tint.
Well, they peed themselves before they died now.
Everywhere. It got on their bones. It was so bad it got on their bones. It was rough.
Well, the room that we're in is like, are these skeletons like out of the sunlight? because maybe the ones that are white have been bleached by the sun, or maybe these bodies aren't as old as the
That's
other
a
bodies.
fascinating thought. Yeah, Clarence, you recognize that bones are bleached the way they're bleached because of like exposure to sun and into the wind, into all that stuff. And that most bones are not like the comical bones that you see like I'm the skeleton, like doing the skeleton dance. It is most bones are like underground and sort of darkish, and they've been there. You notice that many of these appear to be like they were exposed to something that was very bright, very hot, very powerful, and like maybe, according to your knowledge, like it's quite possible that these bones straight up were the flesh was like vaporized right off them.
Like Terminator style. Yeah.
Yeah. Except for some reason their clothes is still there, but their flesh was like anime explosion.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's weird. Their clothes are still there, but all their skin's gone like that.
That's definitely
weird.
Well, the other question is if it's like, because of the sunlight or anything. Before we got here, or this hole hasn't got any bigger since we've been here, and like it's not like shining down on them. Does it seem does it seem like it came from like the balls that bleached them so much, or does it seem like something that just in our current world that did it?
You can deduce based on the amount of light that the hole from the cave-in was created at it, like that was much later than when you found these originally, right? And the light from the other room, there's no way that could have affected this. Whatever caused this to happen is not something you did.
Right.
So then the other bones are going to be people who died later or not in that same accident.
Yep, absolutely.
Probably.
That's exactly
Does one
what
of them have
out.
a perfect blonde coif? Because that means that dead body.
Unfortunately, none of them have a perfect blonde coif. There is in the cave-in like a shambles of what used to probably blonde hair, but is completely just covered with dirt and gross. And you see some blonde strands in the dirt of the cave-in, sure, but
waste
not
of
in this
perfectly
pile.
good blonde hair.
Yeah, such a shame.
Huh. So we've deduced that they didn't die at the same time, right?
Yes, there is actually, strangely enough, apparently from the twos that you guys have rolled, you figured out that there was an initial event, and then at some point later, some of these other figures must have come down attempting to get the exact same orbs that you guys tried to get.
Yeah.
And much like you and your death, these people seem to have died trying to do the exact same thing that you did. Except you got the orbs
we did
and left with them, and they didn't. However, throwing out a crazy theory, actually, Clarence, because I feel like you should have this.
Okay.
You realize something with your 2 roll. It's possible that they did get the balls, and with all of these realities, just like you guys, maybe there's another reality where those dead people that you see, maybe there's another reality where you died, you're in the cave, and the balls are still there.
Yeah.
And just like these people, when they went to go get the balls, they died, but some of them somehow got out. There's another branch reality where they have the balls, and they're doing their own. So yeah, so it hits you like a wave that this is far more complicated than you originally thought.
They didn't have a fern. That's what happened. Poor guys.
It happens when you don't have your fern.
So probably whatever happened originally killed these guys, and then later on some more people came in. It's like, let's get it, and maybe that got them too. Maybe
yes,
that's
but,
let's get it.
Answer.
Yeah. Will you? I'm gonna ask that Sam or Clarence, since you're right next to them, will you roll a investigate for me? See if you notice
Both
something.
of just one of us.
Both of you can roll it. Oh, okay. I'll give it to Sam.
Yeah, she got it.
Nice.
Yeah, Sam. Clarence has this revelation that these guys are not the same people that were here initially. You then notice for the first time that the jumpsuits, even though they're the same, even though the shoes are same, the wear and tear, the damage and the sew, because like the knitting of the sleeves and the way they're sewn together, something you notice because you are an aficionado of clothing.
Mhm.
Based on the cut, based on the sewing, based on how they were put together and manufactured, you notice even before you flip over the back of the tag on one of the things, the old ones where all the bones are bleached white. What did I just say? Bleached white. They are all made in America, and they are all sewn a certain way. But the newer ones are all made in China, and they are sewn in a different way. And you notice they must be from the same group, but people who were sent in long after, more recently to the 90s, sent in long after that first initial group.
Oh, you guys are over here fucking Sherlock Holmes and I'm just digging a hole like, whoa, this is a lot of fun.
You did a
Hey,
good
you
job,
guys
Hot Dog.
You guys ever
Fern
dug
is
a
great
hole
with
before?
Good job, Eddie.
Yeah, Fern, what are you up to right now? What is while revelations are being had, what are you doing?
Holes are
She's
being
walking-
dug.
She's walking around the room. She is like a few seconds ago, she was just like kind of feeling like making sure her gun was still on her back. Is there like a safety lock on this gun, by the way? Because she wants to make sure it doesn't just like go off. She happens to tumble.
Yes. I believe in the 90s there were safeties on guns. So
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, she's kind of going around and feeling like the wall and like hitting it and saying like, "Hey Eddie, this feels like it's softer over here, and this might be harder over here. So maybe you could
Sure.
dig over here next." She
Yeah.
wants to,
Are you just
she
like-
wants to help, but she's very like for lack of a better phrase, she is in the dark and she doesn't really know what's going on as much as Clarence and Sam do right now. So she feels
Sure.
a little helpless. I think the biggest thing is just to right now stick by friends and see if they accomplish something. Because my rolls have been shit for
Don't be
trying
afraid.
to see what's
Don't
going
be
on.
afraid to roll.
Yeah,
Do it,
don't
Elspeth. I
take a
believe in
risk,
you.
you know?
Okay,
risk,
so
no reward.
Fern wants to investigate this now the floor in this room that we're
Yeah.
in. What does the
Mhm.
floor look like?
It is covered in dirt.
It's just covered in dirt. Now, is it covered in dirt or is it like linoleum or something covered in dirt, or is it just dirt?
Great question. You can find out.
And I'm gonna try and roll. I'm gonna try and investigate.
Sure.
Yeah, see?
You can try again. You can try a different approach if you want.
To be fair, I don't think
try-
investigation is your forte.
It is
Yeah,
not.
you can try a different approach. You can try to like tinker with it. You can try to mess with the area, right? If you are, say, you see the wall where Eddie is digging, you can
Mhm.
like mess with that wall area and like dig down towards the ground and sort of figure out like, oh, where does this connect to? Where does this wall go down to?
Yeah.
You can like work with it and figure out what you think is best.
Okay. All right. Well, then Fern would like to at least because she really is curious about the floor, and whether or not it is just totally dirt or whether or not it's an actual floor. So she'll
All right.
tinker with it. Let's try rolling a tinker roll. Nope. Yeah.
You want
they
to try
moved.
again? I mean, there's a reason why you're the youngest and you have the most luck.
Did we get our luck points back?
Yes, you have everything back. You're at 5 of 5.
All right. She'll try rolling tinker again.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
I just gotta
This
make
better
up
be
stuff.
an amazing floor,
This better be
Jesse.
amazing,
I want to
Jesse.
see a floor.
Holy fuck.
Well, that is the first 4 I've ever seen. I don't know how to handle this. So I will simply say,
I got a
Maybe
4
we
when
got-
trying to mess
I was
with the
about to say,
battery.
I've seen
But
four
that was it.
I've seen a 4 before. But I'm going to, yeah, this is very rare and very special. So I will say, I'm going to let you
This 4.
determine what do you do? Tell me how this looks. Tell me what your objective is, and I'll try to give you something really amazing.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
Pressure.
So this room was where we are right now. Was this the room with all of the portals, or was this the room where we found the balls, the orbs?
This is both the room where you found the orbs, and
Okay.
the room where when you went in the like portal world, when you saw the guys bringing the portal stuff through, this is that room.
Okay. Well, Fern, since she doesn't really have a digging item, she's kind of like pulling like clumps of dirt out with her hands and just like knocking it in specific places and seeing like, does this make a sound? Does this make a sound? Does this sound different than just regular dirt? She's also like kind of clawing at the wall just to see like if there's any sign of like the mechanisms or any hint of like the portal ever being there. And she's really just looking for something that might help not only like just illuminate the situation, but kind of say like, yes, this existed at another time. Like this did happen. You know, your dog is gone and you're not going crazy.
Sure. You begin to dig through, and as you just clump up dirt in your hands and you begin to push down on the floor, as you pull away the dirt, you notice tiling. Tiling looks very familiar. Tiling you've seen before. Tiling you've stood on. This is very familiar to you. And you quickly begin to pull away dirt from the bottom of the floor, on the walls, and as you push away the dirt based on where Eddie has dug, you see in big letters into a sign nailed on the side of one of these walls, Sector 7. And throughout the entire area, as you begin to pull away more and more, you see that there are all sorts of different instructional guides on the walls of when to use the portal, when not to use the portal, what power to put the portal on, when switching on and off the portal, do this and this. When you're in the portal room, wear this and this. When you have access to the portal, just please keep away from static electricity. All these different rules and regulations for dealing with the portal. As you begin to move further and further and keep digging, you eventually come across some like dirt that's very, very hard. But because you got a 4, you manage to like dig enough that like a sheet of just dirt just falls over, revealing to you a very large hallway that is completely open to you. And it goes far back into the darkness. But one of the things it says is exit to helipad.
Guys!
Oh my God, I hope there's a helicopter.
Look, there's a hallway, and look at all these rules and stuff, and everything that they was talking about for the portal. And look, this one says like, don't wear this when you're going through the portal, and be careful and all that. And look at it, says Sector 7. What's that even mean?
Well, it means it's one better than Sector 6.
That's a great point, Eddie.
I mean, he has a point.
Yeah.
Did we have a reference to the sectors in our documents? I don't remember.
You remember the Secret 7, and
Yeah,
you
that's it,
remember a bunch of different groups. Yeah, you remember some of this seems to bring back memories. Yeah.
There's no lever or indication of how to turn the portal on.
Not that Fern has discovered.
Okay.
But what?
It's not like rules
But
and stuff.
because it's a 4, F it. Fern keeps digging, and like a little hound digging in the ground, just ripping up dirt. And she digs in the direction, and sort of comical. It's like a she digs through, and she gets to the center where the balls were, and in that spot where the 2 balls were, are 2 little receptacles that are spaced out roughly the same spacing of the portal you guys created. That very much seems like a place where you would put 2 of these oddballs into the ground, and there appear to be things that connect into the actual tiling that go underground that maybe are for wires or something. But this definitely appears to be a place where a portal could be opened with the balls.
And does Fern just see this because she's in her tunnel?
I mean, you like reveal it to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, you pop out, you reveal it to everyone, and you push away the dirt. And now everyone can see dirt has sort of like fallen over onto the skeletons, and some of the skeletons sort of roll down this little mound you've created. But you 100% see all of these. Like it's revealed to everyone. Everyone can see this platform that is basically in the center of the room that for some reason was covered up with dirt and with 2 orbs on it.
Fern just goes, wow. And when she smiles, you can see like flecks of dirt in her teeth. It's amazing.
Oh man.
Nice one. Okay, so I guess we have to bring the balls here at some point to like put them there, and then we can have our portal. I don't love taking the balls
But this
out.
is exit to the hell. It says it's an exit to somewhere.
Do you think there's a real helicopter there? Right?
No, because I would love to try and drive it. It's probably
I
just like driving a
know!
truck.
I mean, we did super good with driving the truck, so I think that the helicopter's going to be totally fine.
Yeah,
We've
it
been able
can't
to
be
drive
that
a
much
helicopter,
harder.
no problem.
Right?
It can't be that much harder, right? I mean, it's
Totally.
just like, yeah, it's just a truck that goes up instead of forward.
I mean, you just have the joystick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wish there was lights in this hallway so we could actually see.
Clarence,
Fern
Well, let's
kind of
go.
like
You
feels
take a
around the
look.
hallway and starts going
Clarence,
down
you
it.
roll for me a comprehend, please.
Yeah, I'll try. 2.
Nice.
Yeah, Samantha, will you roll for me a heart? Just a straight heart roll. Oh, okay. I want to see how this plays out, but Clarence, Samantha mentions that it's just the joystick that you required for flight. And for some reason it strikes me as odd because only like a gamer or someone who plays video games would recognize something like that. Who played like a flight simulator, and it's very strange to you. Sam, how do you actually know how to how do you recognize how to fly? What's the real truth?
My ship is sailing.
I like totally saw it in a movie this one time. It was like a cool movie, like an action movie that had like Sylvester Stallone in it, and he was like a badass, and he's super hot also. And so he was totally flying a helicopter in that movie that I watched with like my hot boyfriend at the time.
Cool.
You've been
Have
there
I
the whole
stopped-
time.
Have I found anything whilst digging, by the way? Or am I
You
just
don't know.
still
You're
just
You're
like,
still
you're still digging. You're still digging.
if this rock and roll thing doesn't work out, I
Little
can.
Eddie.
I believe. I don't know this for sure, but because I haven't seen this movie in a long time. But we're just gonna make this up because it is really funny. Clarence, yeah, you look at her like she probably saw this in a video game, and when you like kind of hint that maybe it's a gaming thing, and like, yeah, that's really awesome. The two get something in common. Sam goes into this huge thing about like I saw Sylvester Stallone in this movie. It was amazing. The movie that came out that year in 1992, February, so this is perfect, was Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. So that's the last movie you saw with Sylvester Stallone, and you loved it. And he flew a helicopter, probably. And that's how you know this, because you're a huge fan of the movie Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. So that is, yeah. Sorry, Clarence. Unfortunately, she learned it from a movie. But, like, there's a moment there that you kind of get what she's... Yeah, all you do is just... do the control stick.
He was hoping for Star Fox. I couldn't remember what game had come out at that point.
What was that?
Well,
What was that? Top Gun. That's it. That's the game. Top Gun. We had to land.
Yes. So yeah, Eddie, unfortunately, you're still digging. You're just like,
Has Eddie noticed
dig
any
it
of
away.
it?
I mean, fortunately for me, I'm having a ball. Like, hey, this is great.
I'd like to take note of the instructions for the portal. Maybe it'll come in handy for us later. But
sure.
we go.
Will you roll for me a comprehend? So basically, we'll give you like, if you get a high comprehend, sure, all right. Some of the things you notice right away is that a lot of the instructions relate to static electricity and not having static electricity. Another instruction you have is that you are not to directly touch the balls. You need to have some sort of gloves, some sort of rubber glove, in order to touch the balls directly. And the reasoning for it, what you notice, is that could be catastrophic. They don't tell you what, but whatever it is, it could be catastrophic. So don't touch the balls directly. Another thing
I mean, it
says,
just destroys the world. I mean, I don't know what the big deal about that is.
yeah, whatever it could be.
Whatever.
Another instruction you notice that is really important to you is that it says if you do touch the balls, it says do not touch them together, one at a time. And another one says is that the portals operate on an on-off basis, and that the scientific community, there's another one that's really, really good. The scientific community has declared that this site is one of special importance, and that it is one that if you are here, it probably means that you have signed several documents indicating that you will not discuss what you've seen here, and that things that go on inside the facility should not be mentioned to anyone else who is not also in the facility or anyone outside this facility at any given time.
Jesse, how many NDAs have you signed in your life? I feel like you've had a lot of experience with these.
Let me tell you, too many NDAs. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that you see here that are like basic instructions. Mostly, you assume for the low level employees, the people who are in those jumpsuits that you see. But again, after all this digging, after all this looking around, you see no scientists, you see no lab coats, and you see no figures in, or at least dead bodies in suits. Yeah. Everyone there appears to be a low-level worker. So whatever happened to them happened in a way that the scientists and or suit-wearing, possibly government employees, were nowhere to be seen when it happened.
Right. Well, the thought I was having, and I'll discuss it with Sam and see if she can help me out, is what do you think, Sam, that maybe when we were in the other world and we like messed with the portal and like caused it to close and bad things happened, that was in the past, and that Alistair was maybe like the old Alistair we know, or maybe like a version of him, and then we caused all this to happen originally and killed these people in this room.
Yeah, it is pretty explicit about how you're not supposed to put them together, which we did several times.
Oh, we did it a lot.
A lot.
We did it a lot. Also, that you're only supposed to touch them with gloves on. We touched them a lot. And also remember we held without gloves. And then remember that time that like me and Fern sat there with the balls in our hands together, and then it felt like the apocalypse was coming. That also was probably bad for other people.
Real cool though. I'm kind of still upset that we stopped that.
Hey,
I mean, we still could do it.
Does Eddie hear them talking about this while he's digging?
Yeah, you hear all of it, Eddie. Yeah.
I without looking up and continuing to work very diligently, enjoying myself with gusto. Hey, did you see we're not supposed to touch them? The balls?
Yeah,
this is
apparently.
a joke, by the way. I'm not setting you up for a joke here. I'm serious.
I'm like not even recognizing the joke. I'm just going along with it. Like, yeah, no, apparently like the sign totally says that we're not supposed to touch the balls.
Yeah, didn't we tape them to Fern?
There was a time that they were taped to Fern.
Oh, wow. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us later.
Well. I think it maybe bit other people.
It was for scientific purposes.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the balls will recognize that. Good.
Also, we also probably died when we did that too, it sounds like. So we should probably not do that anymore.
How can we have died? And then I remember it, but I don't remember dying.
Yeah, Clarence, you do. You remember dying. You remember multiple deaths, multiple times. You remember 6 deaths, in fact.
Then I also remember 6 lives where I had many experiences.
Yeah.
Do many things I've never been able to do.
Okay, Clarence, well, we're not all as cool as you.
That's true. We do have cool Clarence right now. He's the best.
Anyway, yeah, back to that is, I don't know, is that too much of a stretch for that we killed all these people somehow?
Not a stretch at all. Maybe. Okay. One thing you definitely notice is that there are no dog bones among these bones.
Yeah,
so it's
no
quite possible you could have, but it may or may not be connected to that. But one thing you notice is there are no dog bones. So if it was that incident, that Jezebel is still alive, possibly.
Yeah. Maybe we messed it up and then everybody evacuated and then came to check it out and got blown up. I don't know.
Well, what do you guys say about going this way? I mean, there's an exit, and I didn't even remember this hallway being here before. It's been here this whole time.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, on the map, where's
Hey,
this path? Is
Andy.
it just like
Yeah.
Hey,
Where is this path? I'll
what
draw
you're
it.
doing is real helpful, but can you come with us?
Yo, you want me
Poor
to
Eddie.
stop digging this hole?
Yeah. Cause I don't think there's nothing down there, and there's a hallway over here.
Can I bring the shovel?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, fine. I start walking towards them, but then I look back at the hole and I'm kind of like, I'll be back for you. And then I follow them.
So the four of you begin to walk down this dark pathway, with Sam leading the way with her lighter. It is very open. You can see the floor and the ceiling, and it's even though the entrance is covered with dirt and there's some grime, the rest of it is pretty well preserved. As you walk down, pass through, the four of you are caught up in the moment. You fail to notice the sliding noise of people coming down the pathway that you took before, and
All right,
as they
we'll
slide
shoot
down
them.
through, some yellow shirts appear in the darkness behind you. So the group of you begin to walk down this path towards the helipad, and as you go down, you notice that not only is this a pretty like modern, we're like modern for your time period, like mid 80s helicopter pad area, but it is underground, and above you appears to be an exitway that opens. Eddie, Clarence, will you both
Nope.
roll for me a comprehend?
Eddie Clarence? Okay.
Oh
yeah.
I mean, you can all roll for me this thing, but I feel like this would be an Eddie and Clarence thing. All right, yeah. Clarence, Eddie, you have no clue, but Clarence, you immediately recognize this to be very similar to the X-Men, like when like the X comes out of the ground. You recognize this to be just like that. It looks exactly like that. You have seen. I need to verify this for my own records. X-Men TV show. Yeah, I want to see if this is the time period.
No, I think it was after this.
First episode, October 31st. Oh, you know what? You've read the X-Men before. It's still 1992. We'll play with time. It's an alternate reality anyway. You're damn right you know this. It's the X-Men. It's the X-Men X-Jet, like, and it looks exactly like that. So in your mind, it must raise up out of the ground, and this must have been in your city the entire time. For as long as you've been alive, this must have been there.
Oh, I just started doing like the the anime thing. My mind's
Yeah.
blown.
It definitely. I'm gonna say it was in the comics. I don't quite know that the X-Jet like wah where it like flies. I don't know. That's the case, but they use
side of a cliff, by the way.
yeah. In the movie and TV show, it came out of like their front yard. So that is 100% like all you need to know is that's what this is like. To you, you recognize this immediately as the coolest effing thing you've ever seen in your life. Everyone else is sort of like, how would you get a helicopter from underground? That seems weird. Clarence, you know exactly how they do this.
So Sam's Jean Grey, Fern's Jubilee, unfortunately. Eddie.
What?
Jubilee, you got firework fingers. Eddie, you can be
He's kind of like,
you can be Wolverine, I guess.
Wolverine.
Wait, who does Clarence
like-
see himself as?
Cyclops.
Wow.
Of course you are. Of course you're
Wow.
Cyclops.
All right.
Cyclops, yeah.
Ouch.
And I'm pretending I don't know what
Wait.
it means, but I'm
No,
like,
wait,
but I know
I
what it
would've-
means.
Oh, wait, I want to be Morph. Let me be Morph.
Fern
That
has
probably
no
way
clue
cooler.
what Clarence is
Okay.
talking about whatsoever.
One's for you, Morph. Anyway,
So,
Yeah,
how we gonna
you're-
get this helicopter through the ceiling? Because this is the dumbest place for a helicopter.
but it's like a jet, and it's like really weird, long, like the wings go backwards, but it flies. And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna open up from the ground.
Oh, did you hit your
right
head?
here the whole time. Oh,
Are you
crying a
like,
little bit.
are you not sweetheart Clarence anymore? Did he fall or
So
something?
moved right now. We can't let anyone else get this.
Sam, do you recognize this? Can you help Clarence out here? Explain this to Fern.
Yeah, I mean, it totally. We just got to find like the keypad or like the lever or something like that. I think let's just like dig around. I'm sure.
Okay.
Well,
I don't really know.
Yeah, do you want to inquire as to Sam knows why she knows what she's looking for, or are you just gonna let this one slide?
I'm just giving it a look like.
I just feel like it's logical that there would like totally be some type of lever. I'm just saying. Logic.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
you're
saying
right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Listen, I'm not super good at that, so sure.
All right.
We know the originals
Lever.
are behind us, right? We saw them. We're aware, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, you guys don't know the originals are behind you. They're definitely coming up behind you, but like right
All
now,
let's investigate then.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
Go ahead.
No. You can. I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. So yeah,
Okay.
who's investigating? Who's gonna give it a look?
I'm going to investigate, but I'm going to ask for help from Eddie and Fern too, to like do digging and scraping and
Hell
everything.
yeah.
So kind of work together.
Well, the good
Alright.
news is,
Nails
the
already
good
like
news is that yeah, I mean, you're already caked in dirt. You kind of know what you're doing. Fern's 4. I'm just gonna let that thing roll. You can keep that all. Your tinker skills are next level. You are in the zone today.
He's like a little
So-
badger, like.
yeah. Just
Yeah,
run around the
give
room,
me-
just clawed my way out everything.
Give me some investigate rolls if you can.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the lever. I'm gonna find the keypad. Here I go.
2. Any other investigates? Anyone else want to try for this bad boy?
Sure.
Am I still
Nah.
piggybacking off my 4?
Yes, you are riding
Hell
that
yeah.
4 to the end of this episode. That is a really good roll.
Nice.
Clarence, you want to do a investigate, or are you good?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'll help.
Hell yeah. No, you guys 100% through the power of teamwork and having been through some shit together, you discover not only a panel after pushing away some of the dirt and dust, you discover a panel, you discover a series of levers, you discover, in fact, that all of it seems to be still powered on and it seems to still be working. Somehow, mysteriously, after the press of a few buttons, it appears to be working.
Can Fern go and look inside the helicopter first?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a look.
She wants to see if there's anything suspicious, any photographs or any
Yeah.
like bobbleheads on the dashboard or something. Anything that
That's
might
pretty
be in there
suspicious.
that says like, yeah, Alistair was definitely in here.
Well, you don't see any bobbleheads. You don't see any like papers or any weird things that would say like, this is Alistair's chopter copter. No, you don't see any of that. What you do see, however, is a black tie tied around one of the seats, one of the headrests, as if it was taken off and put there because someone didn't want to wear a tie anymore.
Oh, that means we're not supposed to go in there.
The tie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you tie a tie around something, it means you're not supposed to go in there.
Please
yeah.
don't tell her why. Okay, so
I mean, I don't know why. All I know is I'm not supposed to go in there.
Well,
Is
you
that-
can stay down here, but I'm getting in the helicopter.
I think we should get in the helicopter
Did
and
your
take
mom
off.
do that? I don't know.
Okay. I don't want to have to tell her, okay, you guys, let's just go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Sure.
tell you later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? What's the plan?
Okay, Clarence, do some math.
Yeah,
Good man.
nerds.
Figure out what numbers we need for this to go.
So me and Samantha are working on the buttons. Yeah, let's. I guess
Wait,
Figure out the
wait,
numbers. Figure
Wait,
out
wait.
the numbers.
Figure them out, Clarence.
Wait, I have an idea. Eddie leans in really close to the dashboard. This goes, helicopter, turn on.
Tell it to roll out.
Helicopter, roll out.
Nothing happened.
Okay. I was pretty hopeful, actually.
It's worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
What does the keypad have on it? Does it have numbers, or is it numbers and letters, or is it different symbols, or what does it look like?
It literally is like a computer keyboard. It's a QWERTY keyboard.
Okay.
Is it running
On a
DOS?
keyboard.
It is not running DOS. It is running something, but it's not
Is it running
DOS.
that turtle program that we all did when we were? Actually, I'm the oldest, so I probably am the only one who did the turtle program.
I think it was Mario.
Logos?
Mario. Yeah.
What? You learned how to
Where's
program
Mo-
by making the little turtle go. You know what? Fuck you guys. Okay.
No, ours
Um,
was look. I had Mario, and you'd make a program with Mario, and Mario would teach you, and you'd learn how to jump, like make him jump. It was great.
Well, somebody went
It
to
was
the
bullshit
fancy
because it was on
school.
a computer.
Uh,
Like you. Why would you need to learn to make Mario jump on a? It was like a bullshit class. Like why would I need to learn that? I'm not going to do that on a Nintendo. But whatever. Oakwood educational system. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just a normal keyboard,
Yeah.
and the screen is the like movie version of DOS where it's that green like flicker, and yeah, but it isn't like
This is
CD
Unix.
backslash.
I know
doing it at
Unix.
Yeah, you're not flying through a cityscape as you like keep dinosaurs out. That's not the case with this one.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Right, so-
Fern types in metal. The word metal.
Smart.
Very smart. Yes, you
Very
type in the
smart.
word metal, and things begin to hum to life. Around you hear the
Yay!
words
Oh
and
my
symbols, and you hear all sorts of like sounds like
Genius.
pistons and various gizmos and gadgets like begin to come to life, and lights
Here it
pop on in this room. All these floodlights begin to turn on.
We came down here for answers, but we found a helicopter. We're getting out of here.
I mean,
Helicopter is the answer.
So all the lights come on in the room, but like we're still just in this encased room.
Yeah,
right?
you're still in, but you've turned everything on, and you definitely have access to the system. But yeah, other than that, it hasn't moved the helicopter, or the doors above you haven't opened.
Okay.
hmm.
Okay, maybe we type in launch helicopter in 20 seconds.
I don't know how to spell launch.
Okay, I'll do it.
Lunch.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
When you get
Go.
the door,
Oh yeah, open door, open door. That's a better idea. Better idea.
Wait, let me try
Better
something.
idea.
Let me try
I
something.
thought maybe it'd be one command.
Eddie sticks his head out the window. Door open for helicopter.
Well, you technically. So Eddie, are you in the helicopter right now?
No, I would assume.
Are you at the console?
I thought I was at the console.
So you're not. If you're in the console, you're like in the open. You're in the wide open. Unless you're in the
Okay,
helicopter,
okay,
which
okay.
you can stick your head out the window and be like, door.
Okay.
Whatever works
Then
for you.
then I scream open door.
Yeah, nothing happens. You hear an
There's a-
echo of you saying open door that sort of repeats a few times, but that's about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna type open door. Open.
Yeah. You type in open door, and the monitor prints back out to you. Helicopter not on.
Turn on helicopter.
The
Helicopter on.
the console spits back to you with just a few dots, and it says helicopter not on.
Helicopter on.
we probably got a
Helicopter
manual.
not on.
Boot helicopter.
Helicopter
Power-
not on.
Power helicopter.
Helicopter not on.
God damn it.
Fern, go in there and see if there's like some keys or something or a button and like an
Oh
on
yeah.
button.
Okay. And Fern rushes over to the helicopter and sees if there's a way to climb in.
Yeah, Fern, you look inside and you see like there are keys and a button and all sorts of different things.
Okay. There are definitely keys in here. And
Hey,
hey,
You're our best
Button.
driver.
Fern kind of stands up a little taller. I am a pretty good driver.
You are a good driver. Yeah.
Well, I'm
all
ready
right.
to pilot this thing. So
Fuck
we
yeah.
just gotta turn it on.
Yeah. Do it.
So can Fern reach inside the helicopter and turn it on?
Yeah, the doors are open. You can go on in.
All right. Sticks the keys in some ignition, which she's hoping is something, and just
Yeah, you stick the
cranks
keys in. It doesn't like just crank over. There's definitely a button you have to press in order to start it.
Okay. She sticks the keys in, and then turns it, and then presses the button.
Yeah, the propellers begin to slowly whirl, and then they get faster and faster, and the wind around you and the dust around you begins to pick up, and this helicopter is on. It's active. It is right. If you know how to fly it, you can take this bad boy off.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Open door. Open door. Open door. Open door. Open door.
Yeah, you select
I'm
open
excited about
door.
this.
So dead. We're so dead.
You select open
this is a
door,
great
and
idea.
as you type in open door, enter. Will you give me a see, Sam? Will you give me a
I'm so giddy.
comprehend roll?
Two.
Comprehend roll, please.
Oh, please work. Please work.
Yes. As you type enter, the doors above you begin to shake, and the whole room begins to shake, and suddenly you hear power down, and the room goes black, and some temporary floodlights turn on. The helicopter's still whirling. It's still moving. Behind you in the hallway, holding a plug in his hand, is smooth criminal himself, Johnny, with his crew around you. And Needles
Shoot him,
says
Bird,
to
shoot
you, well, what do we have here?
It's the dumb shit crew. Just at the right time. Hey, Fern, shoot them.
Did they just
Fern
unplug
turns
this
off
whole
the
place by plugging
helicopter.
the wall?
They did unplug the whole place by pulling a plug in the wall. Yes.
All right.
How dare they?
Fern turns off the helicopter. She lets the blades, stop turning because it's probably very loud.
Take the keys.
Yes, it's very, very loud. So, Fern, you turn off the helicopter. The blades begin to wind down, and the four of you stand next to each other, and in the front of the hallway, staring back at you, are the four members of the Originals, all looking at you with just disgust. And Johnny's like, Samantha Page, you have everyone else fooled, thinking you're the coolest person in school, but I know better. Only a loser would hang out with these freaks. And he points to the three of you.
I don't think you're seeing the big picture, my friend.
Oh, I see it. I see it
right.
real big. Losers like you dug a hole and found a place. Big whoop. I found places too.
You know who the toughest people in the world are? They're the people who have been pushed to the edge. Clarence here, he has no feelings left. He will cut your balls off and hand them to you.
I'm
And then, you know what's great about
Needles
children?
tackled.
You know what's great about children, Needles? No moral compass. She will shoot you.
Fern takes out her shotgun, unwraps it. I watched a man.
Needles backs off and he's like, what? What? You freaks? You freaks?
I know. It's a new reality now, Needles. I mean, we got some good stuff going on, but we're not really taking applications right now. So give a choice.
And he has his shovel. He's like, and I'm here too.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, you want to give Clarence a little tap in the back of the head and see what happens?
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah.
Maybe it's a little premature for the secret weapon.
You can. You want to, Eddie? Are you gonna tap Clarence in the back of the head?
Yes,
You're gonna smack him in the back.
Do it.
I'm gonna just not hard, but just sort of like
A little ear pinch.
Yeah. You tap in the back of the head, Clarence. You just some dude just tapped you in the back of the head, and it was really weird, and you're not sure why they did that to you, but it's it hurt a little.
You see that? No tears.
yeah, just like the grown-up shampoo.
I'm tough. It's really freaking me out how we're such losers, but you're so obsessed with us. So go away.
Yeah, Sam, will you roll for me your heart lead?
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Sure, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Your team is on your side. You've hyped the three of them up. Clarence is like in it. Fern has her shotgun out. Eddie is like ready to throw down. All of the four of you are like, no, enough of this. You are the worst. Meanwhile, Johnny holds out the shoe. He's like, don't you want this back, Eddie?
Where you kept it?
Yeah, it's magic. Of course I kept it.
Listen, we learned this the hard way. Don't mess with powers you don't understand. Okay? That thing is dangerous.
It is dangerous. I don't know if you guys should have it. I don't know if you guys can handle it.
He takes it. He's like, I think you're right. And he throws it at you, Fern. I need
She's
you
just
to
holding
roll
her
for
shotgun
me.
and it doinks her on the head.
Sure, yeah. It just flops you right on the head and falls to the ground. What do you guys do?
I run and grab the shoe.
Eddie, grab it.
Okay,
I run and grab the shoe.
Eddie, will you roll for me your move roll?
Yeah. Okay. No, I guess not.
Do you want to re-roll that, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, why not? Let's say fuck it.
Sure,
I got one.
Yeah, you go over to Fern and you dodge under her shotgun so that she still has sights on the originals, and you manage to grab the shoe and you have it in your hands now. What do you do with it? Do you do anything with the shoe, or do you just like hold on to it?
I look at it and I just say, I missed you. And then I hold it close.
Sure. Johnny pulls out another shoe from his back pocket. And he holds it. He's like, idiot, that wasn't even the right shoe, Eddie. You guys don't even know what's real and what's not anymore. And he has what looks to be the exact same shoe. All of the originals, in fact, pull out other shoes that look the exact same. Clearly
you guys
from the bodies of the people back in the other room.
Grave robbing. That's pretty cute, actually. You know, you are starting to grow on me again. I do need people like you. I don't know. Maybe you do have services that can be useful to me.
Is this the right shoe?
Yeah, Needles laughs at you, Eddie, and he's just like, you'll never know, idiot. And then Johnny like looks you up and down, Samantha, and he's like, maybe you have services that can be useful to me too. And like punches his friend, and his friend's like, oh yeah. And they all like laugh.
Cute.
How about I just shoot all of you and you'll know what it feels like to be grave robbed?
They look at you, Fern, like you are just inconsequential. Like they don't think you're a little kid. They don't think you have that's a real shotgun. They don't think that it's gonna hurt them. They don't in the world that they live in, you're just playing around. Like to them, they're still the top dogs. Like they're not afraid of you guys at all. Like Samantha, Johnny's still an asshole to you, and Needle still thinks you're all just like punks, and they don't care. Like it's very obvious, none of them are afraid of you. They're just messing with you.
Fern shoots Johnny in the leg.
Oh my god,
right.
what?
I need you to yeah, Fern, I need you to roll for me a this would be if you're using a item, this would be
I don't like to be disrespected.
God damn! But also, these dudes are so
I won't shoot
this is a straight tech roll.
We
this
do
will be a
not
straight tech
need
roll.
these dudes right now. We do not need them.
That's true.
Straight tech roll.
A tech roll? Straight tech roll.
Yep.
Can I reroll?
Yeah, of course. You're down to 3. Yeah, you fire off the shotgun and the shells just it bursts into Johnny's leg and he falls to the ground.
Oh
and
my god!
Needle screams like, yeah! Like falls backwards into the dirty floor. And the other two look at them And Johnny looks at you, Fern, with like not pain, not shock, but just like, how dare you? And he looks at you and he's like, my dad runs this town, you bitch! And he like screams at you.
Well, you're not going to be running very much, are you? God, that is a bummer. I told you she would shoot you, by the way, and you didn't listen to me. Children, no moral compass. Very useful to one's plans, my friend. This is
He
what happens when
pulls-
you get in our way.
The boys begin to lift him up, and he straight up pulls the plug, the big giant plug, right out of the wall socket. And the three of them start dragging him away, and all you can hear is him shouting angrily as his calf is just like his leg isn't gone, but it is like bloody. You definitely you were at a distance where you didn't, like close range blow his leg off, but
Holy
you peppered
shit.
him. His leg is covered with like holes and marks, and he is bloody as shit. And he's swearing at you as his friends are like dragging him away. And all the shoes they had are on the ground now. They have like the facade of messing with you, they are no longer doing. But Johnny is pissed. And this definitely will not dissuade him from ever coming after you again. But for the moment, they fall back into the darkness of the hallway. But in Johnny's hand is still the cord, the plug from the machine, and he pulled it straight out of the socket of that giant computer that you're working on. It is completely broken right now.
Turn around.
I think we
Wow,
should
look
go
at
after
Fern.
them in their weakened state. Do not piss women off, man. I am telling
they
you.
have the plug.
I do not appreciate that joke.
The plug is ripped. I mean, like, you guys can go get it, but unless you all roll massive level 4 programming, it's not. There's no he pulled it from the machine. When you shot him, it he yanked it out.
What if we try to kill them all before they leave?
I mean, you could
Sam,
try. You can
Sam,
try,
I think
Sam.
that's a wonderful idea. Look,
I told you guys I was saucy today.
Sam, we don't need people like that, and we know from experience that there's plenty more of them out in existence. So what's the problem of just getting rid of the ones in our way?
I know, right? I mean, like life and death.
No,
has-
that's not right. No, we shouldn't do that.
Why not? I mean,
go to the
okay.
corner, like,
So
scratch my head,
there's
like,
lots of dead bodies in here
Oh.
anyway. We just bury them under a cave-in, and then we get rid of the shotgun. We ditch everything. Like, who would believe that we would do that?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's
super
Sam's right
popular
about
and
one
he's
thing.
very blonde.
Yeah, Sam's right about one thing. You will need to ditch that shotgun because it's now evidence in the fact that you shot the one of the council members' sons. So it is evidence now, the crime against you guys or against him. So, you might want to ditch that at some point.
Yeah, some point, but not yet.
Sure.
And Fern just strokes the shotgun.
I'll name you Jezebel.
I mean, we're keeping
Um,
the shotgun. We can just put it in our hideout.
You absolutely can. No one's going to ever search there. You're absolutely right. So, what now? What do you guys do?
Eddie, hey, Eddie, you okay, buddy?
Eddie, look, you can go pick up all the shoes.
Oh, good idea.
Eddie immediately goes over and gathers all the shoes up, runs over and starts grabbing them all in his hands. I think if I get enough of them, I can become a wizard.
Yeah, Eddie,
You
one of the things
already
you
are
realize
a
very
wizard.
quickly,
Mhm.
you don't know which shoe is the original magic shoe.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I'm gonna
forever
have
lost.
to. Yeah.
No. We can find it because Eddie, you have your holy water mace, and you could use it like a divining rod to figure out which was the magic shoe. It's totally gonna work. It's like a thing, because that's holy water on there.
This poor boy. This poor boy.
I'm just trying to make him happy, Jesse.
How did this shoe thing start? This is like the only version where we've ever worried about a shoe ever.
I mean, the shoe does nothing.
It does nothing.
No,
the shoe's pointless. It's just Eddie thinks
The
it's
shoe's
important.
pointless. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
that's
make Eddie
Clarence talking
happy.
out loud.
Oh.
Right.
It makes him happy, Clarence. It's like your old stuffed animal from when you were a kid. He needs the shoe. Let him have this.
Boo Boo Bear.
Or were you
yeah.
trying to tell Eddie
Yeah.
that he was a wizard anyway? That he's fine? He's a perfect wizard as he is?
We could be yeah.
You don't
'Cause he
need a
was like,
shoe.
"Oh, this will make me wizard," and Fern's like, "Ed, you're already a wizard."
Oh yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
The
like
true power comes from the inside. It's not the
I'm proud of this
shoe.
group.
The power comes like through the shoe.
I
I
feel like
think
now I
that's
can
Oh,
shoot
only
there
out.
wizard.
it is.
Only
People won't judge
wizard can
me.
fight them big birds and live.
Yeah.
I see
So
what you're
really,
doing.
it's
This is a
it's
test. This is the shoe. It's testing me. Ah, that's clever. Clever, clever, clever. Oh, see, no, you thought, okay, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. He like holds the shoe.
see, look, he's happy now, Clarence.
I like how we've gone from me shooting at Alistair's and everybody's freaking out to like just some kids come up and bug us and we shoot them in the leg. We're hardened. We're tired of it.
Yeah, you guys have
Yeah, we're
seen some
sick of the
stuff.
shit.
So, speaking of which, you're in a totally useless helicopter hangar now. You can't open it
God
anymore.
damn it.
Hmm.
Well,
Let's go back to the other one.
I could probably go get some cords or something like the extension cord, maybe repair it if we want to do that. Or maybe we can just look around in here, make sure there's nothing else, and then go back to where we were.
Hmm. I wonder if it could be repaired. I
Do I
mean,
think-
Clarence, you
looking
know
at it, do I
anything
think it
about
could be
helicopters and repairing them?
I mean, as far as you can tell, Clarence, the wires were just pulled. So you would have to probably like repair the wiring somehow.
Like just connect wires to the open wires and or well,
Possibly,
anyway, it's
but
fine.
it was like pulled from inside the machine. So right now there's just like a hole.
Gotcha.
So you'd have to like get inside the machine and then figure out which wires went to which. It's possible, but the roll would be high.
Right. Okay. We probably just can't have a helicopter, guys. I'm sorry.
You
Well,
can
I'm
turn it
not
on
gonna
again. It
cool.
still works.
You deserve
Well,
to be shot.
they did deserve to be shot. Agreed. So mad at them. Okay, so no helicopter. That's cool. I guess our only
We could
other
take-
option is to go back.
We could go back
Yeah.
to the portal room, see what else we can find there.
We can do that. And I guess before we go,
I
just
mean,
take like
I don't know what
One
else
good-
is in here.
one good look to see if there's anything else in this room. Anything
Yeah,
Under the
based off all your
helicopter
other
sneaking in.
investigations, there's nothing in this room of value
Okay.
right now. It's just the helicopter. You go back through
Man.
the hallway to the portal room, and as you emerge, you notice that you've been walking, even though it's very dark in that hallway, you've been walking on what is just like straight up a streak of blood. You can definitely see where the originals carried Johnny through the mud and dirt, up the pathway through the bushes, and the blood, like the droppings of blood, the streaks of blood go straight up with it. Yeah, he seems very badly hurt.
If you're trying to make me feel bad, Jesse, you're not. It's not working.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just giving you the situation. He's probably really pissed at you guys, so like keep that in mind for the future.
For the record,
Aw.
I did not shoot him, nor did I condone shooting another human being. I'm not upset at the outcome, but I did not make that choice.
All right, so when we get asked, this did not happen. We were not together. Nobody will believe that we were together. I'm going to play really dumb and pretend that he's just pissed that I turned him down for a date and he made up this ridiculous story of us all hanging out together.
Then shooting him
I
in
mean,
the leg.
I was just.
I didn't
feeling
shoot him in the
whole.
leg.
I don't.
I think
I
they were
shot
messing around together. Nope, Fern, you did not shoot him. I think they were messing
were
around
hunting it.
together. Yes. And they're trying to blame it on me. And that is like so totally not cool. Like
I
me?
shot him.
Come on now. Like, are you kidding? I don't even understand how that could be possible.
Just for the record, just so you're aware. The entire room that you're in right now, it is the exact same way you left it. However, the boys definitely messed around in here. There are some tracks that you recognize as not being your own. There are some like over by the bodies. They have messed with those bodies. It's a little bit different. And it appears, at least from initial glance, that they probably mess with some things.
All right, I think we should check it out. Do you guys see
Okay.
anything that's different? Like, would they touch?
I don't know. Let me check. Can I
Okay.
The way you
roll
said that, it
investigation?
sounded like Blue's Clues or like Dorothy. Do you say anything different? Do you?
What's changed? Very good. You're right.
Wait,
Did they mess,
do you see anything different?
did they mess with the ball pedestal? I guess that's the main thing we want to mess with.
Oh, yeah. One of the things you notice immediately is that ball pedestal has a few bones sticking out of it now. Like they
They
stuck
was
bones
doing it
in it.
wrong.
We need to shoot the rest of those guys. No.
Agreed. At this
Should've
point,
killed them
Fern
when we
is
had the
like,
chance.
whatever Sam wants to do, Fern is like, that's what we're doing.
Poor Fern.
100%.
I will try to use my power more responsibly than I have done in the past.
So there is blood sort of like streaking on the floor. There's bones, and it's clear that they were like goofing around and like looking through the bodies, and they probably thought it was really cool and edgy. But for the most part, you can't really tell what they've changed, if anything important. It doesn't appear
They
like
messed-
they've changed anything important.
Did they mess with the hole that I was digging?
The hole that you were digging, no. The shovel is
Okay, good.
still there, in fact, like just sticking out of the wall.
Thank God.
Maybe we could get the portal to open.
Um,
I don't know how we do that without the balls.
yeah, we need to bring the balls back.
As if it's here, then maybe we could come back with the balls and see what happens.
It seems kind of like
It's
a
an
excess
idea.
power, maybe. But I don't know. I'll
Yeah,
be like look.
You
around
could
for
go
the
back
dead
with
body.
the balls.
Do we need
You
to?
could.
We could
You
go
can
back,
do a lot
take
of
a
different
rest,
things.
ditch the shotgun, clean up a little bit, and then meet Alistair tomorrow.
I like that idea.
True.
Yeah,
You can meet
'cause,
Alistair tomorrow.
They might know that it was a shotgun wound because of the
Yeah, they probably
was the
will.
shotgun shells. Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
be pretty evident.
Because of your excellent shooting, Fern, you did a great job.
Thanks, Sam.
Now we have to hide out until the end of the world so we don't get in trouble.
Yeah. So is the plan to go back to the trailer?
I think so. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
ditch the shotgun, collect the balls, and then come back and try and use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, when
The
we use
group
the
of you
ball-
begins. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, what's our goal when we get the balls and come back and go back? Are we going back in the portal and trying to
Great
do
question.
some stuff? What do we want to do when we do it?
Put them in the pedestals.
See what happens.
Mhm.
Oh. The room with all the dead bodies. You want to put the balls back there?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we should take a rest, gain our luck points back, and then meet Alistair. I mean, I didn't say that. You know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
I keep forgetting about Alistair. I don't really like him.
Yeah, I know. Me neither.
Or
But I feel
any
like
other
right
versions
here
of him.
is a little bit of a hot zone. Like I feel like they're gonna come back here.
Okay. Well, maybe
And
we
they
should
might come back with police because they're a bunch of chickens.
I mean, if I got shot by somebody, I might tell the police too. That's just throwing that out there.
I wonder if they
I don't
where
know. I
live.
don't think you're a snitch, Eddie.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm just saying, like, what my prerogative would be. He doesn't know what that would mean. I'm just saying what I would want to do if somebody shot me is one, punch him in the gut, or two, tell the police if there were like more of them there. But I'm just planning just so we know where we stand on everything. Like, we know that now we got a couple other things in the mix.
Let's go back to the hideout and hide out, and then figure out what we want to do for sure.
If we really don't want them to find us, we can always go back to the dark world.
Yeah, and we could use the shotgun in there.
But is that any?
All you want, really. Yeah.
Well, we stayed there for
true.
days. Like a few hours passed.
Yeah, but there's
Or-
no policemen.
Okay,
Sounds
what about this? We bang the balls together and the world, and then we start over, and then maybe
And I'll tell your story because I have a ring. I'll remember.
Yeah. Yes.
But,
So it'll
but
be
I-
new
but-
uses in the world, and Clarence will fill us in on what happened in the past world, but it won't be the same world where what's his face got shot.
It'll be like,
Got
I'll tell
shot,
you
passive voice.
You guys,
Something
you guys shot a
happened.
guy, couldn't live with it, ended the world, and
I don't
That
want
is
now
such
that.
It's such a teenager response to a problem.
Just end the world, restart it, it'll be fine.
I don't want my mom to get mad, so I'm gonna end the world.
Well, we
man.
can
See,
go
let's go
back
back to
to Whitlaff, and then I'll make some Kool-Aid. And then we can just
Yeah.
rest for a bit.
We make Kool-Aid with the hose. We got like Kool-Aid stashed in there. We can just like make it. We can pull the hose into the window.
Shooting someone really takes a lot
We
out
never
of you.
have to leave.
I can only imagine it's emotionally draining.
making Kool-Aid with
No,
the
I
hose.
mean, it's just, the kickback kind of hurts you.
Yeah, your shoulder okay?
I love
That's
that Eddie is upset about this.
I've never shot anybody. I mean, I've thought about it, but I've never actually
Yeah.
done it.
Eddie is technically the least metal out of all of you right now. Out of all of you, he is the least metal.
I'm 15.
It's
We're
true.
gonna find out. We're gonna find out his buttons, and he's gonna shoot somebody. Now we know mine.
I mean, Clarence hates bullies anyway, so I would rather you just shot him in the face. But
Damn. You're a nice guy, Clarence. Oh my God. All right.
Can't imagine what asshole Clarence would say.
Yeah.
Block out
that,
his
that was
eyeballs and
original
feed him
Clarence.
to him.
Original Clarence would have wanted to shoot him in the face. Nice guy, Clarence.
The leg. Yeah, the leg was fine. It was appropriate.
Okay
Like,
with it.
like it's fine.
So the group of you begin to climb up this pathway through the stain of blood, up into the bushes, and you make your way up back into the forest and begin to head back to the trailer. One of the things that crosses your mind that you seem to recall is that summer's been fun, but the school year is right around the corner. And all those people that were registering for classes, you guys still haven't done that. And all those people that were standing outside the school, trying to get their electives and whatnot, still haven't done that. Really, the four of you have been neglecting your other life responsibilities. And you probably also should check in with home. I feel like that could
Grandma.
be important as well.
Yeah.
Grandma.
Yeah. You realize all of these things are happening, and although you've been through dark portals and you've literally shot and cut a man in half, and you've done all these different things, you're still, as Eddie just said, teens. You're just
Yeah.
teens. And you probably should take some time to figure out what the hell you're going to do, because school's right around the corner, and it's hard to be heroes and save the world when you have to attend class. So there's a lot coming your way in a very short while. So you probably need to either plan or make the most of the time you have left, or whatever the case may be. But life's about to hit the four of you very, very fast as summer comes to a close.
Oh, yeah.
And it is something to consider as we move forward. But for the moment,
That's when the world ends.
yeah, the
We'll
four
just stop.
of
We'll
you.
just end the world.
But then when it respawns, literally you'll still be at the exact same day. So you'll have killed everyone, but you still got to go back to school.
Yeah.
You still got to go back.
Mhm.
So the big thing right now is that the four of you make your way back to the trailer, and you drink some Kool-Aid and ruminate, if you will, over the fact that you just shot Johnny in the leg, and the originals, even though stopped for the moment, that is definitely not the last we've seen of them. And trust me when I say they will be pissed about what you've done to them, because every minor villain in an 80s, 90s movie like this, you only made them worse. You didn't make them stop. Now they're just as violent as you guys are. So I will simply say next time,
God damn
prepare
it!
for the worst.
Shoot him in the
Burns
face.
ready.
We need to get some drugs and put it in their locker.
Whatever the case may be, I'll let you decide that next time. But for now, all of your points have reset. You guys have all your luck back. You've rested. You
We've ditched
managed
the
to
evidence.
discover. Yeah, you
Oh,
managed
yeah.
to ditch
Shotgun did
evidence
the-
and find a helicopter. You did all sorts of things. But next time, we will continue the adventure. But that's it for us today. We'll go around right now and see what people are up to. Ken, what's happening with you this week?
Maine. I never know what's happening with me anymore. We just had our second baby, so that's
Congratulations. By the way.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. I've adopted the full dad look. As you can tell.
It works
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
Like, this is your best. This is the best
Yes.
you I've ever seen.
Yes.
I don't know if I should be offended by you saying that or.
No, like this,
Personally.
it's great. I love it. I
was just shaving. I was like trimming the beard, and I like had the mustache as a joke. And I walked in the living room. Mary was like, "You should keep it. I like it." And I was like, "All right, whatever. We'll mess around with it." But I even started brewing my own mead, which is just wine with honey in it. I've gone full.
God.
Yeah.
mustache
my
shaking in the rain.
Wow.
Oh my
love
God.
it. This is the best.
But yeah, streams were in the morning. Now they're kind of in the afternoon. I don't know. You can check out all my stuff. It's over there beside my face, and I'd love to see you guys. If you want to see anything about the kids, we got the vlogs on the YouTube channel, and we're having a lot of fun with it. It's an experience having children. If you don't have any of your own, my time.
You're really
Anyway,
selling it. You're selling it very.
You can see just
I can
everything.
believe it.
It's great. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
It's
Appreciate
going to be totally worth it in 30, 40 years. I mean, it'll
Hopefully
have
get
all been
rich,
worth
and
it.
then I can just
Yeah.
stop doing YouTube because I'll still be doing it at that time, I'm sure.
Isn't that every parent's secret hope that you just raised a really rich kid? Like a kid who's gonna be, you're just take care of me, son and or daughter. Like that's my dream. I just need some rich brats.
I'm gonna
That's
push
my
you.
hope
Please
for
become
kids.
a doctor or something, please.
That's
You're like,
that is
art
the realest-
history. God damn it.
No.
That is
Liberal
the most
arts
realist and saddest thing ever. I'm gonna push you to become whatever it is. I'm gonna keep at you, kid. And it's just single tear. Oh,
Do it
daddy.
because I love you.
But I love the trombone.
I just want to make pottery, father. Yeah. Elspeth, what's going on with you this week?
Hey, what's going on? I started Assassin's Creed Odyssey yesterday, and that game is hella fun. So I'm probably going to be
Can I
playing a
ask you a
little bit of
question?
that
Time
today.
out. Question.
Yep.
How long did it take you to get killed by a shark?
Oh God.
I have not gotten killed by sharks because here's the thing.
What?
I went in the water and I was like, I'm gonna get out of the water here because I think that there might be sharks in here. I just have this feeling because I have a crazy fear of water in any video game. And chat was like, you're right, there are sharks in there. So I was like, I'm just not going in the water. Yeah.
Can you kill the sharks eventually or no? You're just
I
dead.
am on this quest right now where you have to kill a shark, and I don't know how I'm
Right.
going to do it. I have
Like
not
the first
encountered one.
island.
I only saw sharks with my bird, with my board, and I saw a
Mhm.
whale, and I was like, "This is dope," but I'm not going in the water.
Because
You
I
can
like
do
you, I'm
that.
going to say this. The quest is go kill one shark. It's guarding a treasure. No,
Hmm.
there's 3 sharks there. There are 3 sharks there. And it's one of those things where you're fight one, and because there's blood in the water, 2 more will show up and eat you. Don't fall for it. It scared the crap out of me. I was like, I have not touched the game since. I have not played it since that first day. I was like, fuck this, no more sharks.
But I
So,
went through Subnautica and I was fine. But
That's
the
'cause
sharks,
you're a
man.
stronger person than me. You're just a better, stronger human being than I am. So you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No sharks.
Thanks, Dad. Anyway, that's what I'm up to.
Anything else? I interrupted you and I feel terrible.
Oh no, just if you guys want to come on by the channel, that's what I'm going to be doing probably for the rest of the weekend. I'm excited to go through it. It's like my first Assassin's Creed experience. I played Syndicate for an hour and couldn't. Yeah, I was like, this is kind
Wow.
of not really my thing. But then this game has really sucked me in, so I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Also, Lacroix Cola. It's a thing.
Mm.
Lacroix Cola.
Mm.
Yeah, no, this is definitely look, I'm gonna send you all this cola. Just be prepared.
Yay!
Octo, what's happening with you, dude?
Hi. My name is Octo, and I'm streaming. Sometimes check me out. I just played all of Mega Man Legends, every single game in the series. So Mega Man Legends 1, 2, and Misadventures of Tronbon. I'd never played that series before, and it was incredible.
Oh, no. You're still stuck on
I
the
know.
moon.
I know. 19 years later. I wanted to get a model of Rockman Volnut and just have him doing the Fortnite dances and be like, this is what he's been doing for the last 20 years. But yeah, check me out sometimes. I just do all sorts of stuff. I kind of feel like I want to do some like modeling and crafting recently. So if you're into that, check me out. Cool. That's it.
I'd watch you model.
Okay, wait, JP, can we go back to Octo's description? Voice
Yeah.
actor, video editor, Potemkin enthusiast, like the battleship Potemkin.
Yeah, I'm way into making mock-up villages
Of
and
like
then
old
it turns
black
out-
and white battleship movie.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
huge.
just, I was very curious.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, I watched that in my war in film class in college. So
Okay, there you go.
Ah, yes. Morgan, I don't know what's going on.
What's so?
What is happening with you this week?
Well, we hired an amazing graphics engineer. Our own little tiny piece out of Telltale, which we dearly departed Telltale, who we loved. It's like the big bonfire news. I'm gonna run the company meeting in about an hour. That's gonna be exciting for everybody. This is relevant to none of you. Okay, bye.
Nailed it.
I have
Absolutely.
an agenda. There's slides. It's gonna be great, you guys. It's gonna be fantastic.
Love slides.
That's
PowerPoint
great. I
presentation.
hope the meeting goes very well. I hope the
Thank
slides
you.
without a hitch. Break a leg, I think they say in the
They're gonna-
corporate world.
Yeah, those slides, they're gonna kill it.
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
talk
yeah.
a lot about SEO and logistics? And,
Synergy is going to be off the charts. All right.
Synergy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Profits. See, there's the chart where it's like the profits. Yep, that's what's gonna happen.
Right. But also revenue versus profits.
Yes.
Net
And
gain.
time invested, capital. You have to say capital a lot. And
I gotta
investors.
go put a suit on. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Definitely.
Actually, I'm just gonna wear this. Okay.
Pinstripe suit. And you need to like drink a gin and tonic while you do it and have a cigar. Like, all right, boys, listen up. Or tea. Or drink tea.
Get me my pineapple juice.
Synergy's up and so is revenue. Right? Yeah. I don't know what any of that. I don't know. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking. Synergy's up and so is revenue.
I'm gonna try to work that into the meeting today. Wish me luck.
All right. Well,
I'm professional.
Yay.
more so than the rest of us. You're absolutely right. That is not a joke. That's it for us. Thank you so much for watching. And I love getting together with you guys. You are the best in the world. And I will see all of you watching next episode. That's it for us. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.